We've been waiting for Apple TV for several years now. What's going wrong?
I think what's gone on here is, Apple probably underestimated how long it takes to really forge these content contracts. The content providers hold all the cards here. Content is
Apple
king.
has no power.
Apple has no power. It was exactly the opposite when they came to the record industry years ago and tried to negotiate great terms to get music for iTunes. The record industry was on its back at the time and really having a hard time with free music from Napster and others. So, I think Apple's got a bit of a wake-up call here, really, in terms of... And they've got to preserve the margin, right?
Yeah, Apple's used to making a 40% margin. Any chance they're actually going to get that out of CBS?
I don't know. Time will tell. Apple has the eyeballs, I'll say that. So they have a couple of cards.
Many of our viewers and listeners are enjoying losses, capital losses in Apple over the last week or two. What I noticed is if you look at the 5-year trend of Apple and you roll over, you're just back on trend. I mean, they were a little extended. Was Apple out over its skis and it's back to normal? Or is this the beginning of somewhat of a bear market in Apple shares?
Well, you know what blew people's expectations away was the iPhone 6. I mean, I could not believe the level of pent-up demand for those large-screen iPhones. And frankly, I don't think Apple expected it either, really. Exactly. Yeah. And so for years they kept with that smaller screen. It was something Steve Jobs really wanted and pushed. And ultimately, Tim Cook gave in to what consumers really wanted, which was the larger screen.
Yeah, but on a longer scale, is Apple a value? I mean, I know you don't do buy, hold, sell, but is Apple a value? Is Apple a steal? Or is Apple still richly priced?
Well,
look at the Butler landscape.
Look at where it's trading, Tom. This is interesting to me. It has always traded in line with large cap tech. So it trades in line with Oracle, IBM, EMC, HP. They're all in that same band on forward PE. And, for Apple, I think it will move around within that range as visibility gets better or worse, depending on what's going on in the business. Right now, they've launched the iPhone 6. It was a huge hit. That's behind us, and people are asking what's next.